All eyes were on Arizona's 7th congressional district on Tuesday night in what onlookers believed would be a competitive Democratic primary. But it wasn't. The race was called in about 20 minutes, and it was a victory for Adelita Grijalva. We got the chance to talk with her about the race and about being the center of a media narrative that painted her as an establishment candidate, and how she put her head in the sand to drown out the noise and do the work.
You know, if you're talking about being established in the community, I'm cool with that. Everything else, I'm not okay.
Grijalva earned endorsements from progressive groups like the Working Families Party, as well as from Senator Bernie Sanders and Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. But those endorsements were often overlooked as her opponent, Deja Foxx, who is roughly 2 decades younger, and some national outlets focus on Grijalva's age rather than her progressive platform.
People make assumptions about age, like, you know, if you're a certain age, then you must be more liberal or whatever. But some of the most liberal people I know are older.
While the national media largely ignored her political platform, Grijalva busied herself doing what her dad taught her best: how to do the work and win.
39,000 doors and 320,000 phone calls. That's a lot of work. We have cities that are pretty dense, but then we have rural areas all over. There were some communities that we could only call in or only mail or only reach by radio. Yeah, so it required us thinking really outside the box, because it was not just the Tucson, and we were very purposeful as a campaign to make sure to be as inclusive as possible of all of the different spaces.
Now that she's won her primary, Grijalva will move on to the general election to face her Republican opponent, Daniel Buteris. And if she wins the general election, which is likely in the Deep Blue District, Grijalva says she looks forward to standing up for her community as the first Latina congresswoman from Arizona.
I really want to make sure that Southern Arizona, they have a strong voice in Congress. I think that when we're talking about the kinds of things that this administration is doing to everyday people, it's devastating. And so making sure that the voices and stories of Southern Arizona is in front of mine and out of my mouth